Aloha. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this beautiful Thursday. My name is Gene here with EXOS. I'm going to take you through 15 minutes of mobility. Okay, so for today's class, you're going to need a water, a yoga mat, some space, and I would request that if you could take your shoes off just to get a little bit more feel of that base and that weight distribution in your feet. So let's go ahead and do that if you haven't done so. One of my favorite times to move is early AM, nice cup of coffee, some movement, and usually my day goes pretty smooth. So extremely honored to be able to move with you. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Find that space wherever you're at. We're going to be on our back. So go ahead and let's get right on our back side. And then from there, we're going to lie back and interlock our fingers right behind our leg. Okay. We're just going to do a little bit of hamstring work. So interlock those fingers right behind the knee and then drive that heel to the roof, trying to flex that big muscle in front, that quad VMO. We're going to do that for 5. So drive that heel up, big hold, and then back down. Okay. Trying to get a little more range each time. Nice and slow here. We're going to start from the ground and then we're going to work our way up to our feet, obviously. And then whatever happens after that, we're just going to let that flow take over. So 5 each side. Really trying to, now if you can't get super tall or can't get all the way extended, just go ahead and let that knee drop just slightly. Okay, we're not trying to strain here. We're just trying to wake up the body. Gain some new ranges. So 5 each. Really trying to flex that quad muscle. And then what I want you to do is stay on your back, okay? And we're going to drive that knee up towards our chest and then just angle it away in the diagonal fashion. You've heard this before, but leg cradle. Imagine that knee is a baby's head, and we're just going to cradle that leg up to our chest, okay? And then relax. 5 each. That will be our theme throughout the day. 5 and 5. Really trying to exhale through that range. Big inhale, relax, and then let's exhale through that range. Here we go, switch sides. Like I said, we're going to start off nice and slow. And then we're going to work our way to our feet. Last one for me. All right. All right, from here, we're going to go to our stomach. Okay. And on our stomach, we're going to go, let me just show you. So we're going to be face down. You're going to start in an A. So if this was the ground here, you're going to start in an A, work our hands up to a Y, and then drive them down as if I was pulling down a lat pull down machine into a big W. So A, Y, W, lying face down. So let's give that a try. Face down, start in the A like you're flying. So chest is up, chin is up, big A. Let those arms come overhead and then drive down into that big lat pull down in that prone position. We're going to do 5 here, but take your time. Let's pause at each letter and really try to hold and focus on retracting those shoulders back. Just a little bit of reset and mobility through the shoulders takes you a long way throughout the day. 5 here, and it's going to take us right into our next movement coming up in a second. And 5. Perfect. Now from here, let's go into just a bit of a Cobra just to get a little bit more out of that psoas and rectus. Just trying to really get tall with that chest and extend that spine. Then you can move it up just for a second there. All right, next movement is going to be that T-spine arm sweep. So what does that mean? Imagine you have a piece of chalk in your fingers, and you're trying to draw a half circle around your head. Let me give you a little angle here. So I'm going to angle my knees above my belly button, laying on my side. And then I'm going to imagine I have a piece of chalk in my fingers, and I'm just going to draw that half circle around my head, back and forth. And that is 1 rep. We're going to do 5 each. And each time I'm really trying to get some length. And I also want to keep my knees connected, get some length overhead, big circle, and then back around. Okay, so back and forth 5 times. Let's give that a try. I'm going to be working some mobility this morning as well, so I'll be doing it with you. If you ever get lost, just watch the screen, and I will be doing the same movement as you. So 5 each. Let's open up those obliques, the chest. Let's create some length. Let's get everything nice and opened up, ready for the day. Give you a couple more minutes there, and then once you're done, we're going to go into our quadruped position. Okay, so 10 more seconds here, and then we'll go right into that quadruped position. So hands below shoulders, knees below hips. All we're going to do, I want you to imagine, or if you have a house shoe, I want you to pin it between your hamstring and that calf. So I got it nice and tight. I'm in my quadruped position. Lifting the knee off the ground. I'm going to go up towards the roof, towards the ceiling, and then out into that horizontal angle, and then back down. So up, out, creating a little bit of rotation, but I am controlling the rest of my body, trying to keep my trunk and that opposite hip stacked in that position that I started. So pin that house shoe between hamstring and calf, drive up, out, and around. Again, we're going to do each exercise for 5, so go ahead and try that for 5 reps. Towards the roof, up and out, and reset, okay? Towards the roof, up and out, reset, creating a bit of an oval shaped circle with that knee. Now, if you probably already guessed it, we're going to go the opposite way, so we're going to go out, up, and then down. If you haven't already, give that a try. So both ways. Now, as you can see, my heel, okay, is rotating in and up with my leg as I rotate. So you can try to do the same, just thinking about the angles of your heel, that bottom backside part of your foot. 5 each side, okay? Just go through that nice and easy. Again, we're just trying to get it flowing here, get some mobility, get some ranges. And then once you finish, we're going to do some scap push-ups in that quadruped position. So really, I'm just trying to drive my full arm, not bending my elbows, keeping my arms nice and straight. And then I'm trying to touch my shoulder blades. So using my shoulders and that back part of the top part of my back, and then driving my shoulders down away from my ears, trying to create this nice rounded position. Just trying to create a little bit more range for the shoulders and scap. So 5 there. 3, 4, 5. Now, as you can see, each movement is using the full body. Even though we're focusing on one area, I want you to do the same. So from here, let's get locked in on that half kneeling position. All we're going to do is super simple. Let's just drive straight up to the roof, and let's get some length from the knee all the way to that hand. So let's really drive up, get some length. If you want to reach over that knee, you can. What I will ask you not to do, though, is let's not extend that spine. Let's lock that glute in first, and let's get the length through that hip. So one way you can do that, drive that knee down, and just trying to create that opposite between hand and knee, really reaching and trying to get some length. So 5 each side there. Really push that roof. Try to go hand all the way to the ceiling. Get some length, relax, and then go right back into it for 5. As you can see, we're already starting to get My heart rate's starting to go up just a little bit. I'm starting to get some good blood flow through the hips, through the shoulders. Give you about 10 more seconds there to finish that. And then I want you to follow my lead here for this next half kneeling position. So what we're gonna do is create a little bit of a diagonal angle with that foot. If you wanna come all the way out, okay? So going from that linear position now into that diagonal type lateral knee position. So from there, we're gonna tilt our heel in, and all we're gonna do is lean into those adductors and hip, okay, and then come back to the top. Now, let's create a little more tension with the core and trunk. Let's squish our hands together. If I was trying to squish or even like wash my hands with soap and really drive my palms together, that creates a little more tension to the trunk, where I really want you to stay nice and stacked for 5. This will be our last position in this half kneeling. So spend some time opening up. This is a great movement to do if you ever have some big squats going on or really trying to get into those hips. Really opens you up. If you have a kettlebell, you can set that in front of you or in back. One of my favorite movements, especially getting that shin, instead of going linear, move that in. Don't forget that piece. All right, now we are going to do a bit of a knee on your knees push-up. Let me show you this angle. And so what I want you to do is get your body in one line off your knees. Go ahead and lift those heels up. Drive down. Okay, so we're gonna be in this bottom position with our heels up off our knees. Push up. Let's meet our feet to the ground and then just go right into downward dog position. Get some length. And then if you'd like to, you can lower in that full plank all the way down to the ground. But I do want you to come up with those knees on the ground just so we can get those shoulders a little bit more active and make sure we're getting in the right positions, not trying to fire up and go right into a push-up first thing in the morning. Boom. Toes, downward dog. And then just lower nice and slow. 5 reps. Take your time. Once you finish 5, let's walk up to a standing position where we're going to finish this session all on our feet. Very nice. All right. So let's get right to it. Let's get into that nice base position. All we're going to do, hands behind head. And I just want you to walk back and forth, creeping. Imagine you had an iPhone right next to your foot. You're just walking up and over that iPhone. We're only going to go about 2 times here. This is the same movement we do in the gym with bands. Just trying to fire up those hips. Nothing too crazy. And relax. All right, now we're going to get into a bit of some twisting. So all I want you to do is just reach across your body, tucking that arm in, twisting those hips side to side. Again, we're going to do 5. Okay, we're just going to continue moving our arms and twisting here. So once you've done 10, just go ahead and watch me. Now what we're going to do is a reverse lunge, twisting over that knee, alternating. Okay, so we're getting a little bit more movement. Now we're starting to get that blood flow, twisting over that leg. You can even create that outside hand opening up. So we're starting to get a little bit more blood flow, a little bit more open. 3 to 5 each leg. Okay, we're winding down that time. Last 2 movements here. Okay, before I set you off through your day, want you to reach right hand, left foot, and then drive up towards the ceiling. So that big X position, reach into that hip, into that pocket, and drive up. Okay, 5 each side. Again, trying to get that full body incorporated. We're really trying to work on the entire system, not just one area. So we don't want to just be mobile in our hamstrings. We want to be mobile through that whole range. Very nice. 5 each side. And then the last movement I'm going to add here while we have this last minute is hands will be out. Now just shove those things down as if I was going to do a sumo squat. Squat down, separate my knees, drive my hips up, feel that in the hamstring, and then stand up. So come down as if I'm grabbing a kettlebell, big squat, drive the knees out, and then lift the butt up to a standing position. 4, 5. And that concludes our morning mobility. Thank you all so much for joining. I wish you guys all a great weekend, and we'll see you guys all next week. Mahalo.